Alright guys, forgive the room, this is one we're going to redo, but I got a little goat. This is the second one now who broke her leg. The first goat, we took it to the vet, it was a Sunday, I splinted it up, I took some bamboo, I cut it, broke it in half so it was cupped, put on its leg, and gauze, not gauze tape, gauze, and then I taped it. And then took it there, and then they did the same thing and charged me about almost 400 bucks. So you can if you want, you've got the money, but you don't need to take them to the vet because they're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna show you how to do it. You gotta also keep them in a small cage. I recommend one like this. I built this. I need to do a door, but I just did slats at the top so I could reach down and stuff. This is like 1x1 square. You can use smaller. I just had this laying around. My first initial problem was I used a smaller hardware cloth on the floor, and if you have goats, they're charged like little pellets. So I went to this bigger mesh, and the pellets just fall through. I built this to fit a tote at the dollar store. It has little wheels. What we want to do is pull this out, put a little bit of wood chips in there because they're going to pee, and then their little turds will go down in there, and you can roll this in and out. You don't want it too big because you don't want them to move too much. And like I said, I haven't built a door. I just have an old dog divider I put on here, and I zip tied it for now. And then I got them, which goats eat a crap ton. I got them this premium dehydrated alfalfa hay. And then I got them cut some bushes and leaves and give it to them just to help their diet. I heard a lot of people on the goat forums and stuff say you just split them and put them back outside, but they're gonna get that gauze all wet and it's gonna get nasty in there. So I keep them in here a couple weeks. It's kind of annoying, I want to get this redone, but it's better than if I wrap it up and set them out. I'll have to change it like every single day. In here, it stays dry because they're on the grate, and they can't run around and the other goats won't hurt them. So best to do that. Let me take you out and we'll take a look at it. All right, around the back porch. Little goatie's right in here. It's all right, little goatie. I got a little feed and water, the buck maintenance. I noticed her horns are a tiny bit shedding, so I want to give her some more minerals. I do have a mineral block in there, but what he used last time, believe it or not, is this little kit came, I think it's Skinny, is it Skinny Medic or My Medic? And it was just a little kit and it had gauze and everything in it. Here is the thing that the vet put on. It's got a little bit of padding. What you want to do is, that's the tape. Unfortunately, that's my roll of the gauze stuff. I need to get a new roll. But I have a few of these, do we have a few? Yeah, non-adhesive. So I'm going to get a few of these, put around the leg. I'll put it around the leg a little bit, and I'll use this. It's going to be a pain to do it by myself. Normally it'd help. The wife's on her way home, but she also does not want to be filmed either, so I probably won't show it. I'll explain it. It'll be simple enough. What you want to do is you're going to go find some gauze, just like this. It's like you want to get a full roll. You're going to straighten the goatie's leg out. Someone's going to have to hold the goat, your straight leg out. You're going to start down above the hoof. You're going to slowly wrap around. You want to build up just a little bit, because when you put this on there, you don't want it to rub into their, see there's a little bit of edges and stuff. You don't want it to rub into their leg. Their hoof part, the back of their hoof's going to sit on here. You're going to lay the leg down into it, all the way up the leg. Then you're going to come back with some more of this and go over top of it with their leg inside, wrap it. Just a thin layer, you don't want their hair. Then you'll come back and you'll put some of this tape on. You'll run the tape around, thin layer. And if you have a cage like this without a floor, they're going to pee, it's going to get wet. So what you want to do is either you want to put like a sandwich bag over it and then tape it, or you could try to duct tape it, like some kind of sandwich bag up over it, Ziploc bag, and then wrap some tape around the top. would you stop it? To kind of keep it dry. So, because you don't want all this wet up against their leg, you know, 24/7. It's going to get a rot or a mold. I'll show you after I'm done. There she is. She's being pretty calm. It's just like here. It's just like blah, 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 blah. It's just like a Jello. It'll look bad, believe me, but they're pretty tough and they'll heal if you get it nice and straight. And you'll have to leave it in there for, what is it, about 8 weeks or so, I believe. Oop. So yeah, you have to leave it in there about 8 weeks. I'm sorry I'm not showing you directly. One, I'm not a vet, so man, this camera's just flopping all over the place. One, I'm not a vet, so I don't want you guys to sue me for this. And you know, the wife's gonna have to hold her while I wrap it, and she don't want to be on camera. So, but I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. This part will be a little bit unhandy for me because I don't have a lot of this. I need to stock back up on it. I'm trying to build a goat medikit, basically. I got some dewormer. If you have goats, you'll notice they're pretty good, and then all of a sudden they're not, and they die. So you got to pay pretty close attention to them and know the signs. Like if you see them start to kind of be sluggish, their head down, waddle, there's something wrong. So I got some Jump Start and stuff like this. I think it's called Jump Start. I'll show you guys at the end. I'll show you some things I got. It's kind of a learning process, unless you got a bunch of money and then you can just take them to the vet. But the sad, unfortunate part is I sort of have to experiment, sort of. I mean, I got the internet. This isn't, you know, 1800s where I got to just figure it out. Like, I can look up things. I saved the 2 other little ones. They were about to go, and I got them some dewormer. I gave them a little extra because, you know, they were either going to die or isn't going to help them. And it helped them. They're back up and going, so just spend time with them and learn, I don't know how, learn their mannerisms, how they are. Like if they're not acting normal, then you know something's wrong, and then look into it. They had the thing where you're supposed to look in the eyelid, see if it's pink. These little guys, I can't get their little eyelid to move. Like I can't. She's looking at the camera. Yeah. They're pretty little ones. So, all right. I mean, she's comfortable now. She's not in danger. It was hard to catch her. So. Look into like a goat catching pole. You don't need one that hooks them. You just need kind of like about a 10-foot pole with a bit of a net or something on the end, just so you can get in front of them. It'll, you know, and stop them. Because you don't want to chase them. When they're hurt, sometimes they want to run. Most of the time they come to feed, but then the other 15 want to jump you. So I'll be right back after she's good. All right, guys. This is just a quick little thing until I get some more, guys. Well, here it is. It's nice and straight. I got the hoof right in here. You can get yourself, what are they called? Tongue depressors, I think. Piece of bamboo worked good for me because when you cut it to the length, you know, I go up past the knee, past the break, below the break. And when you cut it, you can split it in half, and it's got that curve in it. And you can cut out there's like little blocks every shoot. And it makes a nice thing, and there's bamboo all over. You can even go to Lowe's and get some like a bamboo tomato stake or something. But it was about yay big around. It worked pretty good. Split right in half. But there she is. Ate all of her little minerals. Got some water. I'm gonna leave her here to rest for a bit before I relocate her to the other cage. But didn't struggle nothing. She just laid there eating. This one seemed pretty bad. It was kind of few breaks in here. It was kind of flopping. So it's gonna be roughly about 2 months, about 10 weeks. You want to keep it about 10 weeks. You want to keep it dry, and you probably, I'll leave it on for the first week or two. Try to keep it dry, like I said, which I want to get this probably out of here. The other cage will keep it dry. This cage won't really, because it's got a hard bottom. So that's all you can do. I mean, like I said, you can go to the vet. They'll charge you about $400 to do it, and they'll do the exact same thing, because I just went through the process. Although X-ray it, but you know, it's gonna do the same thing. The other one, the leg came out pretty good. Just a slight bow in it, but She won't notice. So. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I didn't do like the full breakdown, you know, the ER wrapping up and all that, but it is pretty much, I put that thing under her leg, set it down in there, wrap the gauze. You don't want to put tape to the hair because, you know, pulling it off, you know, it's like taking a band-aid off if you have a hairy ass leg. So I guess the first time if it happens to you, it's going to be stressful, but like the second or third time, you're just going to be like, all right, I know what to do. So don't let it bother you. It don't seem to feel pain on that. Like, I know if it was my leg or something, I'd be flipping out because it would hurt. But since it laid flat down into that thing, maybe it felt better. I gauzed it, and then I just be careful. Don't wrap it too tight. That's my problem right now. I'm worried I did too tight. I'm gonna keep checking. But if you cut strips of tape, it'd probably be better because when you're trying to pull a roll around, it's gonna tighten it. So have someone cut you strips of tape, or cut a bunch of strips of tape, stick to something so you can take it off, just put it around, and it'll be good. Just keep an eye on them, make sure they can't really jump around or nothing. See, that's why I got it right here in this little cage. She's just gonna be able to sit down. I forget my feet. I just got home from work and I had to get my boots off and give them some water. So, all right, guys, I got a video coming up. Grub Terror sent me some chicken coop refresh. It's for helping refresh your bedding. So we'll look into that on the next video, I believe. I got a super busy weekend. I'm 3D printing a bunch of stuff, and I'm also on some electrical, so don't hold me to the video, but I will try. So like and subscribe. Let me know if you got goats and how much problem they give you. Because my first 3 years or so, we started with 4, now we got, well, we would have had like 18, but we lost 3, unfortunately. 2 went like super quick. You got to watch out for it. They'll get I have no idea. From what I can find, it's like a spinal virus or something. They just fall down and just can't get up or breathe. I had it happen to the one little one, but oh yeah, let me get that stuff. I'll be right back. I'll show you what I give them. All right, I'm back. Just yeeted the camera off the porch. All right. So one thing you get is copper bullets. I got it for kids. Make sure you get the applicator with that. So you can put it down their throat and kind of, and it goes into their stomach. You don't want them to chew on it. And then this is the main thing I've been using right here. This has been bringing them back from the dead almost, it seems like. This Jumpstart Plus. The one little guy, he was doing terrible. I got him that and got him that and got him standing, got him going. Now be careful with some of this stuff, like vitamin E. Too much vitamin E isn't good. And some more probiotic stuff for their guts. Oh, can I use this? Yeah, it's got a little spinny thing here. But this is the one I used the most, helped them out. And then I got the dewormer. Here's the dewormer I got. They didn't have ivermectin. This is for goats. And I got one of these. It's got the measurement in milliliters, which unfortunately doesn't have like a little applicator thing, but it worked pretty good. The lowest it goes is 0.06 milligrams for 25-pound goat. He was in pretty dire need, so I just gave him 1 milligram because, you know, he was going to die or he was going to get better. It's a fine line, and he seemed to got better, so that's good. Both of them. They're twins. One's a boy, one's a girl. Well, they were triplets. We did lose one of the triplets. She had the problem where she couldn't get back up. And after that, I was like, man, I gotta do something. So I just went on Amazon, the feed store and stuff, and I started to find different, I don't know what you call it, supplements and stuff. But I do like this one a good bit so far. It seems to have helped. It kept them going until I could figure out that I needed to try to get rid of some worms. And then this stuff seemed to work pretty good, because about a day later and stuff, he's up and trucking around. So just don't give up, and I would say don't really fail to experiment. I hate to say that word because, you know, you technically are experimenting with their life, but they are going to die if you don't do anything. So if you can find that one little thing, you know, you saved them, and that's a good thing. So don't give up, and like and subscribe. I'm sure if you check out my channel, there's a million different kind of videos. I just kind of do whatever. I don't follow, they keep, you know, YouTube tells me, oh, follow what people like. Yeah, but why would I do that? Why am I gonna Mr. Beast crap or whatever the heck's going on? That's stupid. I'm gonna do what I like. And some of you guys like it too, because you're subscribing, so stay tuned. These things are pretty big. I did get the ones for kids because it's the main problem I'm having is the little kids until they get bigger. But from what I can tell, this helps with minerals, all that, and hair loss, things like that, because they need copper. Just be careful. Everything's kind of well, except this Jumpstart Plus is not bad. They don't mind eating that. A dewormer, they didn't mind eating that either. So, all right, I keep rambling on. I'll catch you guys later.